As last night was week 7 of Gridiron Glory, and next week fall break arrives for nearly every school in West Kentucky, which brings a much needed week off. But before those teams could turn their attention to the bye week, several of them with some really important games last night. A lot of district showdowns, one of which taking place in Princeton as the Caldwell County Tigers took on Mayfield. And a nice crowd on hand to see which team would take the upper hand in the district race. Both the Tigers and third-ranked Mayfield coming into the night sitting at 5-1 records on the season. The Cardinals with the upper hand as of late in the series, 12 straight wins dating back to 2013. Early first quarter, no score. Gray Robbins to Mac Hoover, the touchdown. Mayfield going to take a 7-0 lead early. On that next possession for Mayfield, Robbins going to go deep in the bucket for Malik Kirby, 45 yards for the touchdown. Mayfield up 14-0, but they're just getting started. Back in the red zone, Robbins to Will Morris goes in for the touchdown, now 21-0. Here is the second quarter. Robbins again looking deep. Mac Hoover, he's got a couple of Division I offers. He's going to score a touchdown there. Mayfield a 52-0 win. And with that win, the Cardinals are now the winningest high school football program in Kentucky with 961 all-time wins. That also puts them third all-time in the nation. And I caught up with Mayfield quarterback Gray Robbins and head coach Cliff Dew after the game.
Yeah, we had a good game plan coming in. The coaches, we watched film, put in a good game plan, and I just gave my guys chances to make plays, and they made plays.
The execution, I could do, I hope need to do away with some penalties. We had some penalties, and I'm not going to say questionable, some of them, but anyway, we executed well. Wish we could have run the ball a little bit better, but they gave us some confusing things up front, but it came around first to the second half. We came out, we got some things fixed during halftime, but just the way we came out fired up and ready to play.
The Cardinals will now get a little bit of rest, and they won't play for another 2 weeks when they'll be on the road in Trigg County. And in Class 4A First District, a very important game taking place right here in Paducah. Paducah-Tillman with a chance to take an upper hand in their district race and keep their district winning streak alive. The second-ranked Blue Tornado at home hosting 9th-ranked Logan County. The Blue Tornado have not lost a game in district play since 2022. And to the second quarter here, tied at 7, Cougars ball. 4th down at the 5, and the Tillman defense coming up with a huge stop, forcing a fumble turnover inside the 10-yard line. Now, the first play of the next drive, Crow, the quick throw. Cam Wade avoids a tackle, cuts to the other side of the field, off to the races, 89 yards for the touchdown. Paducah-Tillman going to take a 14-7 lead. Now, later in the second, after another forced turnover at the 10, Crow over the middle finds Wade the grab, another touchdown, 21-7 Paducah-Tillman, and the Blue Tornado would go on to win 35-27. And finally, moving to Class 6A, McCracken County on the road as they would start district play against Hopkinsville. Despite not seeing results in the win column, the Mustangs' offense has come alive, averaging over 50 points in their last 2 games. And here's the first quarter, Hopkinsville up 8-7, Maddox O'Neal scoring the touchdown there from 40 yards out, a 14-8 lead. Here's the second quarter, same score. O'Neal to the air finds Jakari Matcham, the grab and a touchdown, 21-8. Now later in the quarter, James Bradley, the carry. He's going to break through 45 yards, cuts that lead to 21-14. Now next possession for the Tigers. They're down 24-14. Bradley, he's going to find his way back in the end zone. Hoptown would score on a 72-yard touchdown to take the lead, but the Mustangs would counter. McCracken County would win 59-56.